What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all because we got a lot to talk about. So let's get into it. So first, let's start off with Real Housewives of Dubai. So this was posted last Wednesday on All True Tea, and it was a screenshot of a few of Caroline Brooks's tweets about the show. So she said this: "Not sure where all of these RHO Dubai rumors are coming from. Bravo hasn't announced anything, and our entire cast hasn't been told anything. So I thought I might share that since there are people teasing and debunking rumors, just saying it's giving thirsty, calm down." Then her next tweet was, there are like 3 blogs confirming our 3rd season when the cast has not been told nothing. Blogs don't know before we do, unfortunately. Hopefully an announcement is made soon, but for now, everyone hold your horses, calm down. So it looks like the ladies are in limbo, and I'm more inclined to believe Caroline Brooks than some of the blog pages because sometimes they are factual, sometimes they aren't. They're used to get everybody hyped, but she might be actually telling the truth that she hasn't heard anything and that the cast is pretty much waiting to see if they're going to get picked up for a 3rd season. I'm hopeful that they'll get picked up for a 3rd season, especially with how bad Real Housewives of New York is doing with the fans right about now. I feel like if their ratings are the same as Dubai, the Dubai should definitely get a 3rd season. But that's just my thoughts. So another update, and this will be about Real Housewives of New Jersey. So y'all know the last time I talked about Real Housewives of New Jersey, it was about Jennifer, Andy saying that he wished her well, saying that in his co-anchor on his show, Radio Andy, saying that there was news about they had picked the cast and it was Dolores, Jennifer, and Teresa coming back. And pretty much it gave everybody the energy, or Andy gave everybody the energy that she wasn't being asked back. Well, Jennifer was on the My Friend Soulmate podcast that Vicky is on, and they did an interview with her, and pretty much Jennifer was trying to debunk what Andy said. So let me play that clip for you guys.
Okay, so now clickbait, sensationalized part 2.
Yeah.
They're taking I wish her well, and they're just saying, so I texted Andy. I said, first of all, Andy, I just really want to clarify. And I told him the situation. I did not confirm, but I did respond like, sorry to break it to you. I am coming back. Yes, as a snarky comeback. And until you guys tell me something otherwise, I am rolling with the vibe that I am still a housewife. Hence, I'm coming back. Yeah. And he said, I knew it had to be some kind of explanation. Thanks for clarifying. So then when I saw the podcast, or I heard that, I sent that to him and I said, well, now people are saying that you wishing me. He's like, look, Jen, no decisions have been made. And I'm like, I'm thinking that, but he's like, tell people we've spoken. No decisions have been made. So you guys are
Andy. Everybody's on him. Like
I
was on him yesterday.
People are so desperate for a decision. Yeah. They just want to know that they're really like harboring on everything that we say and trying to make something out of nothing. So I'm very happy to hear that Andy wishes me well. Andy, I'm doing great. Life's great. Got my house decorated for Halloween. If you could,
it looks beautiful.
Purple. It does.
Oh, wow. I should like show you guys.
Yeah.
So I actually was able to find the clip of what Jennifer is talking about, where she was like on live and somebody was bothering her and she came back with a snarky comeback. So let me play that for you.
Oh, sorry, Christine S. John. I am coming back.
So here's my thoughts on this. I don't get why people saw that clip and just ran with it. Because to me, it just gave that Jennifer was trolling somebody that was trolling her in her comments. I mean, I get why the blogs did it, but I don't get why it caused so much like fanfare online. What I will say is I do somewhat agree with Jennifer when she was having her conversation with Vicky and her co-host, where she's just like, we haven't gotten pink slips, we don't know what's going on, and until someone tells me I'm fired and I need to pack up my cubicle, I'm still a housewife. I'm just on pause pretty much. The same way Dorinda was like, girl, they just put me on pause. All right. And we all was like, no, Dorinda, they fired you. But then I'm like, did you really get fired? Because if you look at Luann and you look at Sonia and Dorinda, they're still being like promoted in the sense of being a part of the Bravo family. So they might have been let go from Real Housewives of New York, but that doesn't mean that Bravo dropped them. So maybe Jennifer is hoping for that type of treatment, but who truly knows? Honestly, three things can happen. Either they totally reboot the show like they did Real Housewives of New York, or they do a semi reboot the same way they did with Miami, where we get 5 old girls because it's Marisol, Alexia, Larsa, Lisa, and Adriana. Or they do what they did. Well, I say 2 options because they did technically the same thing with Real Housewives of Atlanta, because they had Kenya, Shamia, Drew, and Cynthia and Portia. So they brought back 5 girls and then added 3 new girls like they did with Miami. So that's honestly all I can see happening with New York. Either they scrap it or they keep some of the girls and add, brand new chicks. But it is what it is. So let's move on. So let's talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. And this one doesn't really have anything to do with the show, but everything to do with Brentt, Nene's son. When I tell you, he has been through a lot. Like, he has been through a lot. Like, my goodness. So on last Wednesday, Brentt posted this to his Instagram, where it was like a video of him pretty much walking hooked up to all these wires. And so when you read the caption, it says, to begin with, let me say thank you, God. This year was undoubtedly the craziest for me. After several trips to the hospital, my doctor's appointment, and many doctor's appointments, I finally heard the unexpected news that I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure on June the 19th. In July of this year, I went into a 14-hour heart transplant surgery, and now I have a brand new heart in me. Now that I am back, still in recovery, I've essentially had to relearn how to walk and communicate, but I am even more fluid. This experience has forever changed my life, and I'm so thankful to the family that donated the heart. A huge thank you to my mom, Marshayla, I think it's Neo, Big Janae, Naya, my friends, doctors, nurses, and everyone else who is pushing and pulling and praying for me through this. Never give up. Like, that's a lot. Like, when I tell you Brentt has been through a lot, y'all, he's been through a lot. Like, Greg passed away in 2021. One of my favorite reality husbands. Honks the horn on him, Greg. Toot, toot. He passed away. Then I think a year after that, that's when we found out that Brentt had a stroke at like 23. And then now this year and I Googled, he's only 25. You just had a 14-hour surgery because you were going into congestive heart failure. That is crazy. And then I'm thinking about Nene, like, that has to be so taxing on your mind and on your body. Like, you just lost your husband. Now your youngest child is like, he had a stroke. Now he had he had congestive heart failure. And, being on the donor list, for some people, they stay on those lists forever. Like, for years. Sometimes some people die waiting on that list for a heart. And now this, like, I really do hope he lives a fulfilling and prosperous and joyous life, because to have a stroke at 23 and then to have a heart transplant at 25, that's taxing on your body and mind. That's a lot. But shouts out to Brentt and shouts out to Nene. Okay? So let's talk about HayuFest. So if you don't know what that is, Hayu is basically a streaming platform equivalent to like Peacock, and they showcase all of the international Real Housewives shows as well as the American Real Housewives shows. Hayu is not available in the US, but a few of the ladies are over there and they are talking and promoting, their shows. So they had Jessel from Real Housewives of New York, Sutton from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, as well as Ashley Darby from Real Housewives of Potomac and Lisa Barlow from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And while they were there, it was announced that there is going to be a new Real Housewives show called Real Housewives of London. So I know I do have a couple of people who follow me that are from the UK. So if you guys have y'all gonna have to let us know if it's actually going, like, if it's gonna be a good show, because I don't think we'll be able to see it. One thing I hate about having Peacock is that we don't get the international shows. And what I found out is that the international shows are not under the Bravo, NBC, Universal umbrella. That these shows are like for other networks that are overseas, but they bought the licensure to call their show Real Housewives. Because when I tell you I want to watch Real Housewives of Lagos so bad, so bad. I remember watching Real Housewives of Melbourne and Real Housewives of Cheshire, but that was when they were in their like first and second season. And I think it was on Hulu for a while until Hulu switched up and started to stop showing like old shows. Because I remember the days when Hulu had I Love New York, Flavor of Flav, and all of those types of shows on like the network or on the streaming platform. Now I don't think they have that anymore. But yeah, let us know if the show is any good. And how do y'all feel about this? Are y'all happy that there's a new Real Housewives show? So let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So last Thursday, the trailer for season 14 dropped and it was good, okay? It looks like the girls are going to be having a lot of fun and getting into it. The season will premiere on November the 19th and I'm excited. I really am, because I want to see Dorit be on Kyle's neck, because as much as Dorit kind of irritated me last season, she deserves to be on Kyle's neck because Kyle played in her face. So when I saw Dorit tell Kyle to shut the F up and she started yelling at her, I said, "Ooh, ooh." I said, "Come on, Dorit." I said, "Come on, Dorit." So they released the cast photo and it's giving very much like old Hollywood. When I saw the photo, I thought of Marilyn Monroe's Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. It just gave very much that. But let's go over my thoughts about these outfits. So first up, let's start off with Erica Jane. I think Erica looks beautiful, okay? The waist is snatched, okay? That waist is cinched in, girl. And it looks good. I think the color is nice. I think her dress is blue, like navy blue. Her hair looks kind of weird, though. I feel like she needed tighter curls or at least like a shorter cut, but she looks great. Then we have Sutton. Sutton makes too much money to look this pedestrian. Like, this dress looks cheap, but I know for a fact that it's not. It probably is worth like 3 years of college tuition, but this outfit is not doing anything for her and it's not very flattering. Then we have Bozma. I think that's how you say her name. She looks beautiful. Okay. I don't really like her hair, but like, she's a very pretty lady. I think the dress looks great, but I feel like it should be tighter. But when I saw this picture, I said, okay. I said, I see you. She looks really pretty though. I was like, okay, I'm excited to see what she's gonna bring. Honestly, in the trailer, she didn't really give much other than when Kyle stormed out. It looked like they were at like a spa day, and she was in her confessional being like, "You really leaving like this?" Okay. Let's talk about Kathy. Kathy and Jennifer Tilly, I didn't know what was the point of them even having like cast photos if they weren't gonna show the entire outfits. We just are getting like a stomach up view of Kathy, and it's giving very like pedestrian. Like, we know Kathy got money, but like, the outfit is not giving, and it doesn't give old Hollywood. It just gives that like she didn't know that they were taking photos and this is what she had on for today. I'm not impressed. Jennifer Tilly at least looks like she's in theme. She does give like old Hollywood. I'm excited to see what she brings. I don't think she's gonna be messy, but I hope she's funny and we learn more about her. Then we have Miss Dorit. I don't really like this on Dorit. I do like the dark hair on Dorit, but like, I don't like those bows. The bows on the rib cage is not giving it to me. I feel like if she was going to have bows, then she didn't need gloves. And if she was going to have gloves, then the dress didn't need bows. But she doesn't look bad. Garcelle is giving very much Clark sister energy. The Clark sisters, like, I want Garcelle to get a new stylist because they dress her so matronly. And I'm just like, I mean, granted, Garcelle's in her 50s, but she don't gotta look like, this is given like 50s in the 70s. I don't like this outfit. Then we have Kyle. I'm not wowed, but it looks like Kyle is going to be the focal point of all the drama, and everybody's going to be on her neck. With you got Dorit checking her, you got Sutton saying she not going to be, Kyle's like bootlicker anymore. So it looks like it's going to be a very eventful season, and I'm looking forward to it. Beverly Hills gives us the glamour, and that's what a lot of people say they feel is missing from Real Housewives. So I'm excited. So before I give you guys my thoughts about the reunion looks for Real Housewives of OC, I was supposed to put this in my spicy corner, and that will be in the video you'll see that will be posted before this one. But we're here now, so I might as well talk about it. So TV Deeds posted this last Tuesday, and it was an excerpt from an article posted by the Daily Mail about the future of Alexis with this cast or with this show. So it says this: Bravo is torn on Alexis returning to RHOC for another season. Producers don't want to change a thing, but they are not sure how they can bring both Shannon and Alexis back given the current state of their relationship. They don't want to film with each other, and the audience hates Alexis so much that Bravo may have no choice but to let her go unless something changes, sources tell Daily Mail. Nothing has been decided yet, and casting won't officially begin until this season has finished airing. Nobody has been fired or rehired. With that said, there's a lot of people who want Alexis back next year. She's easy to work with compared to the other women on the show. She's authentically friends with the cast, which is hard to find. Well, it's like I said, if they don't, and I said this a long time ago, I said if they don't bring Alexis back, it's her fault, because she made her storyline so much around Shannon and her being John's like protector that it turned a lot of people off, and you didn't give them the opportunity. Well, Alexis didn't give anybody the opportunity to get to know her as herself now, as a mom, as a divorcee, as someone dealing with the passing of her mother. And so that irritated people. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm like in the middle. Like, I don't mind if Alexis comes back. I don't really care if she isn't back. I feel like keep everybody else the same, but who cares about Alexis? But hey, they might bring her back. And if they do bring her back, I think we'll probably have another stellar season. But who knows? Who really knows? So let me know how y'all feel about that. So let's talk about these reunion outfits. So first up is Gina. Girl, when I tell you I know a mini dress, a mini skirt, hate to see Gina coming. Because every single season, Gina got on a mini dress. And I just want better for her. I want better for her when it comes to the reunions. I mean, the dress doesn't look bad, but it's like if she breathed the wrong way, we see in vagina. I hate her hair. I just want Gina to give us more, because I feel like if Gina actually had a good stylist, she would look way better. But this just ain't it. And if I had to give it a score on a scale of 1, honestly, the highest score anybody could get out of me with all these outfits is an 8. And Gina, I would say I'd give her like a 6. It's not bad, but we've seen her in it before, and I want more from her. We then have Tamra. Tamra, I would give a 6 too, because I feel like I've seen her in this outfit before. And I'm also kind of like, girl, you were the villain the whole entire season. You should have came to the reunion ready to eat the girls up. Because if you came in there looking basic or your outfit was horrible, the people were going to drag. This is very, okay, girl. So a 6. We have Jen. I would give Jen a 7, because this is definitely a step up from her last reunion look. But it's still very basic. I do like the color of the dress. We then have Emily. I think Emily looks very pretty. I love the hair being coiffed to the side of her shoulder, but this is very So I would give Emily a 7 as well. We then have Miss Shannon. I like the dress, but I don't know. I feel like Shannon is standing weird. Like she's poking out her chest. I don't know why. The pose just looks weird to me. But the dress is very plain. And I mean, we've seen Shannon look better. So I'm just kind of I'll give it a 7. And then we have Heather. I would give this a 7.5 because Heather looks expensive to me. She's giving money. but it's also very basic. Very, very basic. We have Alexis. I would give Alexis a 5 because this looks cheap. Like, Gina has on a mini skirt, like not a mini skirt, a mini dress, but Gina is kind of giving me, at least she going partying in Ibiza. This is giving me, I'm going partying in Atlantic City. Alexis, you should have came way harder than everybody else because this was not your season, girl. Everyone was laughing at you, not with you. So you should have came to the reunion ready to eat it up. And then the last person, I would give Katie an 8 for this to be her first reunion. She looks pretty to me. Her body looks amazing. The makeup is pretty. The hair looks great. I'm not wowed by it, but I think compared to everybody else's outfit, she looks really pretty. And I like her shoes. With the bow on them, the bow looks really pretty. Those are my thoughts. Definitely drop down and give me your thoughts on the outfits as well. So you might want to get your snacks because this is about to be the longest segment in this video. So let's talk about Married to Medicine. So just like I said about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it was released last week, a trailer and a season premiere date. We got the same for Married to Medicine. So it looks like Married to Medicine will premiere on November the 24th. And the trailer was everything. Okay, it was chaotic, it was joyous, and it just warmed my Married to Medicine stan heart. All right, but let's get into these bios. So first up is Dr. Jackie. Her bio reads, Dr. Jackie is taking care of her celebrity clients and championing women's health all the way to the White House. Now y'all know what happened last season, so okay. With her friendships in a good place, she's trying to keep the peace between Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa when a major rift causes mayhem. Her annual Met Gala left with some broken promises, putting her loyalty and patience to the test. Next is Dr. Simone's. It goes, Dr. Simone's friendships are mostly back on track. However, her bond with Quad is in a lingering question mark. Although things need work in her sisterhood department, Dr. Simone is ready to move forward. Miles and Michael are residing in the condo, and Dr. Simone and Cecil are checking in to make sure that their investment is in top shape. With so much happening, Simone and Cecil trying to bring the group together for a relaxing trip to Key West, Florida, that turns into an epic disaster in more ways than one. Will they be able to bring the ladies together without rocking the boat? So, y'all know I love Dr. Simone. Well, if you didn't know, she's my favorite on the show, okay? But I will say, she and Cecil have not had a real storyline for a long time. But I'm guessing her storyline is to bridge the gap and be the one that gets the girls to come together every now and again. So let's move over to Dr. Heavenly. So it says this, Dr. Heavenly is owning up to her mistakes and asking her friends for forgiveness. While she is working on being her best self, her son Zachary is following in her dentistry footsteps as a new intern, and her bestie daughter Alora is home from college. Dr. Damon is trying to keep the peace over troubled waters with Dr. G and Letitia, aka Sweet Tea. However, Dr. Heavenly's social media disruption with Letitia and broken friendship with Dr. Contessa don't make it easy. I think they meant to say doesn't make it easy when she takes matters into her own hands. We all know Dr. Heavenly is a chaos demon. That's just what she is and what she gonna be. But she brings it and the people love her. So let's move over to Toya. So Toya's reads, Toya and Dr. Eugene will soon be parents to teenagers, and between conversations about puberty and Dr. Eugene building his own wellness practice, Toya is giving her extra input in all the areas, warranted or not. When it comes to the ladies, Toya is taking a lead from hosting a Beyonce-inspired photo shoot during their ranch trip to a Bridgerton theme event. That Beyonce, so y'all doing Renaissance. Or, what's her second? Is it American Requiem? No, that's one of the songs. Y'all know, y'all doing Act 2 on your way to a Bridgerton event. Okay, Toya. She's making certain that the women are having fun while also addressing their issues, including her own. Do some feel she's overstepping her boundaries? Probably so, but Toya gonna do what she want. Because that's just Toya. So let's talk about Miss Quad, Miss Quad with Miss Quad. So it says Miss Quad is full of surprises while extending birthday party invitations and olive branches to the ladies after a roller coaster friendship journey. Quad is finally ready to reveal her king to the women and potential plans for motherhood. With so much on her plate, Quad is hoping to collect a few outstanding apologies as she renews her bond with the group. Now, is she going to get those apologies? Who knows? Is she gonna give apologies? Who really knows? But I am actually excited that Quad is back. So next, let's talk about Phaedra. So it says Phaedra Parks Esquire is busier than ever watching her sons Aiden and Dylan grow up before her eyes as she co-parents with Apollo. So I guess we will actually see Apollo because we saw him in the trailer, but maybe he might be more integral to her storyline this season. It says Phaedra is also working to calm the chaos among the ladies, but when she hosts a glamping trip, the good vibes go out the window in her efforts to help Dr. Jackie's plan. The Met Gala takes a dramatic turn. With so many tensions running high, will she be able to help bridge their gap? So we know this is Phaedra's last season, so I wonder if she's gonna show us something, give us something to be desired, because remember, she revived shows. So next we have Sweet Tea. It says Letitia and Dr. G are in marital bliss as they work to expand their family. T starts a new dating business venture of age gap relationships and sparks a boding friendship with Dr. Contessa. Your ops linking up. Okay. Watch out, Dr. Heavenly. However, there is a social disturbance on the horizon caused by Dr. Heavenly. With no apology in sight, will Sweet Tea be able to keep her cool? Probably not, because Heavenly has that effect on people. And so our Dr. Contessa, it says Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott Metcalf are back and better than ever. Dr. Contessa is ready for a clean slate with the ladies while building her friendly connections in the group. She remains on guard when it comes to Dr. Heavenly and her zingers. When a major argument takes center stage, will she be able to let bygones be bygones or start anew? I don't know, because she told Heavenly to square up, ho. So I don't think so. And the last lady is Dr. Mimi. So it says Dr. Mimi is a psychiatrist working to grow her mental health practice nationally alongside her husband, a pro football wide receiver, Steven Sanders. As Dr. Mimi navigates her bustling practice in the new friend group, will her direct mannerisms rub the ladies the wrong way? So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what she brings to the show. So I am ready. I'm ready for November the 24th to get here. I'm ready to see what the girls are going to be giving because that trailer was trailering, okay? So since I'm talking about the trailer, let's talk about the two scenes that got everybody kind of hyped. So it was the feud that seems to still be going on between Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Contessa, as well as the physical altercation that we might possibly see that I talked to y'all about in some of my previous The Drama videos that the people were rumoring about with Dr. Gregory, aka Dr. G, and Quad's new man. So Dr. Heavenly was on her YouTube channel doing a live, and she got asked a few questions about it. So let me play that clip for you.
Dr. G has a wife and basically still has Quad on his man. I didn't say it. Sierra Manning said it. That's why I like y'all to say it. Y'all didn't say it. What other reason would he be at with Quad's man? It's so much more, y'all. It's so much more. Y'all gonna drop, y'all heads gonna drop, y'all mouth gonna drop when y'all see it, because I told y'all before. Remember last season when Quad showed up to the finale and she came and asked if she could give Greg a hug and how he looked? Me and Carlos talked about it. Exactly what I said back then came into fruition. Y'all watch it. I said it. I'm not giving away the show. I'm just saying that go back and watch my previous lives and you'll understand everything.
So I don't remember because I don't be watching Dr. Heavenly and Carlos King review shows, but I do remember a lot of people alluding to like maybe Dr. G still got feelings for Quad or still might be attracted to her, even though they got in a divorce, because he was kind of acting funny when it came to them hugging. Also, Dr. Heavenly did another one of her Dr. Heavenly lives, and she did it with Alexander Rogers. He's a great YouTuber. I thought I screen recorded the conversation. All I got was I'm just going to read the caption for you guys. So it said this: Married to Medicine star Dr. Heavenly confirms the physical altercation between her, Dr. Contessa, and between Quad's ex-husband, Dr. G, and new boyfriend. Charges were filed. So in that clip, she basically says that like they got into it and charges were filed, that Dr. G filed charges. And I heard that. I heard on, I talked to you guys about it in one of my The Drama videos, that people were saying online that an altercation happened between Dr. G and Quad's new man, and that they said that they didn't want to film with him anymore. And it seemed like most of the cast sided with Quad and her new man, and they were saying that Dr. G was the one that seemed to be in the wrong. But hey, we'll have to see for ourselves. So let's do a little update. So y'all know Phaedra said that she revived Married to Medicine, and then Quad and Heavenly responded to her saying that, well, when she was on Dancing with the Stars, because she recently, she got voted off. I think it was a part of her exit interview. One of the reporters asked her like, well, how do you feel? Did you watch the Married to Medicine trailer? And she was like, no, I was like in practice and I'm on Housewives now. I don't really got time for Married to Medicine. She also said if I didn't revive the show, it was either me or Sweet Tea. But let me play that clip for you guys.
At the end of this beautiful woman, we're going to see more of her on our TV screens November 24th, because Married to Medicine is back. The trailer just dropped. What was your thoughts when you saw the trailer? I saw Apollo in the trailer. Talk to me about that.
I didn't watch it. I hadn't watched it, so I don't know what's in the trailer because I'm on Housewives now, so I didn't watch that. But I was committed to this show, so I'm not into distractions, and that was, so yesterday I had to practice this, so I didn't watch it.
But now that you have time, do you plan to watch it and, go from there? Maybe.
Catch me on Housewives of Atlanta in 2025.
Well, since it sounds like you're done with Married to Medicine, that's what it sounds like to me. Because you keep name dropping Housewives, which I'm absolutely looking forward to. But I have to get your reaction because the Married to Medicine ladies, Quad, Heavenly, they had something shady to say about you, saying you revived the show. They said they revived your career. I'm like, did you? Did they? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, numbers never lie. This was the best numbers that they've had in the history of the show. And the only thing different was myself and Sweet Tea. So it was either Sweet Tea or me.
Hey, Deja Park's the winning team, you guys.
Okay.
Well, I look forward to seeing more of you. Obviously, seeing more of you next season. Will you be tuning in to watch her upcoming new TV shows?
Well, I'm mostly going to be tuning in to Real Housewives of Atlanta. 2025.
Go, Phaedra.
2025. We're going back to basics.
Fabulousness, fierce.
So one of Sweet Tea's fans let her know what Phaedra said, and this is what the person said. It says, I'm glad Phaedra gave at Sweet Tea a shout out because Phaedra and Tanisha did give the show a boost. Otherwise, the legacy cast would have been arguing over nothing. And Sweet Tea, aka Letitia, quote tweeted it saying, a word, sis. In my opinion, Sweet Tea made more of an impact than Phaedra. At least I remember Sweet Tea arguing with Jackie, her quotable, because I get access to the money, or leave my husband out of it. Like, I don't have any quotables from Phaedra from Married to Medicine. All I got is faces, and then her switching up on Quad, and then them hosting that funeral. That's it. And then her latch-stitch effort, in my opinion, to stay on the show by bringing Apollo. That's it. That's all. That's all I got from Phaedra. And her argument saying that the ratings actually went up because, she was there and Sweet Tea was there is actually not true, because I'll link TV Deets because they put the ratings, and as well as the Wikipedia page. Y'all, the ratings actually went down. So let's compare. So season 9, episode 1, the viewer count was 699,000. Their average the average of the season was 680,000, and their highest episode was part 1 of the reunion, which was episode 16, was 830,000 views for that season, for season 9. Then we go to season 10. Season's 10 premiere episode, the viewership was 603,000. Their highest episode again was actually the reunion as well, and they got 683,000 views, and their season average was 580,000 views the entire season. And their lowest episode was actually episode 12, which was 480,000. So I'm confused where Phaedra is getting that, like, she increased viewerships, which she did not. It's just not, it's factually incorrect. But hey, at this point, who cares? Because this is her last season and she gonna be on RHOA, and I'm happy. Get that lady off my show. But that's all I got for you guys. So as always, remember to be bravely authentic. Definitely hop down in the comments below and please share your thoughts with me about all that I've talked about, as well as subscribe if you like what you heard. And, you know, always come back even if you don't subscribe. We like the views over here. Just make sure you give me a thumbs up. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.